We've got some informations, new cards, etc., etc. Beginning first of all with a slight Macedo update. We're getting Dragon Master Magia. Yes, the QCR only fusion monster that I think you're probably supposed to cheat out or equip or something with the new Blue Eye Structure deck. Macedo's going to get that probably in 3,000 years from now. But until then, there's the Magia's getting probably just an ultra rare. You can make that for free in Macedo. Look at the pack name. The Master's Saga announced. Ha! There's a DZ reference. The pack's called Master's Saga. That's so funny. All right, next up, new card here that I missed a couple days ago, but it's Performage Ball Balancer. As someone who was completely disappointed with the Performage support that was revealed like a month ago or something, I'm not, like, my expectations for this deck have plummeted. Stonks have gone down. Thank you for the resub, Heat. Appreciate you. There's like, yeah, the deck does not play how it's supposed to play, which I mean is kind of impossible because they nerfed the rules and stuff like that. So it's now turned into this like weird rank up strategy. I don't get that design direction. But you know, they're trying other things. So let's have a look here. It's a scale 3, 4 Earth, 1018 defense, pen effect. During your main, send a face-up Performage from your extra to the grave. And if you do increase this card's scale by the increased monsters, you can use effect once per turn. And the face-up Performage from your extra deck to the graveyard. Which Performage penned monster do you want in the graveyard? Is it one of the newer ones that I've already, like, forgotten the effect of? And the monster effects, if you control Performage, special this from your hand, which I suppose is probably the main, most important effect of this thing, is the fact that if you control a Performage, you can special summon it, link it off, make Beyond, banish damage juggler that you normal summoned, add Hat Tricker / Plush Fire. I think you can add Plush Fire. Scale Plush Fire, pop with Draco Slayer, bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. So, I mean, that's, like, fine. Needs to have a little bit more oomph behind it, though. When an opponent monster special summoned... When an opponent special summon monster declares a direct attack special card from your graveyard, this card's normal special activate on its effect, add a Performage Pendulum from your deck or extra face up, destroy Performage card you control. If this card is normal or special summoned... okay, so this is really just a side point here, but... Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards don't... The PSET and text of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards don't really have, like, a quote-unquote correct order of where you put each effect. But one thing that really I find bizarre is Spirit of Yubel has the Graveyard Destruction effect as, like, effect number 1, and the On-Summon effect is, like, the 3rd effect. This being, like, the bottom of the effect, like, that's weird to me. I feel like the On-Summon effect should be the first one, but anyway... okay, so control Performage, special summon it. When it's special summon, you add a Performage. That's really good. That's really good. This is genuinely good. It's a shame. It's just so fair though, right? Like it's a guy that special summons when its archetype compadre is on the field and it gets a plus. Like that's just fair. You know, it's good, but it's fair, which is you know, it's 2024 Konami. You know, we need circulars. Right? Like, if a card isn't a circular, it's bad. Giga Dawn. Ball! Why don't you balance these? Nuts. Great stuff. I'm not an expert with Performage, but this effect look good. Let's go, Pepe. When the ball is balanced. I love... We ballin'. Fun, good, but still extender. Not enough to bring this deck back. They really need better starters. Still, is a card pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, right? That's the summary there. All right. This is insane, though. Oh, wait, not this one. This one's also decent, though. It's a new Memento. I don't know exactly how to play this deck, but if it's destroyed, target another Memento in your grave or banishment, add it to your hand. If a Memento in your hand or face-up field is destroyed by card effects while this is in your grave, you can special summon this. So, probably missed out the on-summon effect here, which my mind told me it was going to be at the end of the card after reading the previous one. But if it's normal or specialed, it has this, like, really random effect that makes your guys attack directly. I don't really get that. I don't know why. But anyway, I guess that's fine. Making all of your guys attack directly is weirdly really powerful. You'd be surprised how like broken that can be going second, especially if your opponent floats into a bunch of weenies and stuff like that. You know how it do be in Yu-Gi-Oh! Every monster is a taunt. But that's pretty cool. The most important thing about this is that if a Memento is destroyed, it summons itself. I don't know what that really offers you. I guess just more bodies and extenders to be able to fuel your fusion plays. Because, like, it just recycles back on summon. Sorry, when it's destroyed. So I guess that's decent. I don't know if this is going to be, like, a 3 of or something. Like, maybe 1 or 2. But it's not terrible. Can someone please tell me the name of the normal monster that this is based off of? If you've been living under a rock for however many generations, Mementotlans have this gimmick, lore-wise, that they are all based off of, like, the most random, awful, like, old-school, like, normal vanillas that are completely useless. Is it just Akireon? Akireon Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, it's just in the name. Yeah, I don't know. They really missed out, man. OCG has this weird obsession with this card. Morinfen. So out of all of, like, the old, like, dumb normal monsters, vanillas that they could have based their cards off of, this one, it should have been this one before Akirion. But anyway, so the Mementotlans really taking advantage of the fact that, for those of you who are, like, you know, almost, or are deep into their receding hairlines and careers and kids and screaming children and babies and vomit and poop and, you know, you're an adult, you may recall that basically back in the day, there was just a splurge of just like vanilla monsters. Like the first like Legend of Blue Eyes just had a bunch of just old vanilla monsters, and all of the like early sets just had a bunch of vanilla monsters that were terrible. Level 6s with like 1500 attack was normal. Level 5s with like 800 attack, normal. Just to like fill the quota of just every single attribute and type combination you can think of. And these are like the perfect example of them. Just awful stats, tribute requirements, vanillas that don't do anything or have any synergy in any deck. So that's kind of, I suppose, what Mementotlan is doing. It's supposed to fix their legacy. Well, I don't know if it's supposed to fix their legacy, but they're funny references. So, you know, one day we'll get the Mementotlan bat, and then I become a Fusion 1-trick. This is really cool. It's an Odd Eyes monster. I haven't read it yet, but it's an Odd Eyes monster, and that makes me bat because I love Odd Eyes. It's a level 8 Light Dragon Synchro Tuner, by the way. Synchro Tuner. So it's generic as well. Just requires a tuner and a non-tuner. Level 8, which is generally the best level to synchro into. And usually like the easiest to make. 2 4s, 6 and a 2. Typical ways that basically any deck that has tuners usually climbs up into these things. So maybe it will have some applications outside of Odd Eyes. If it's special a face-up Pendulum from your extra. So that the answer there is no, but that's still really cool. So it's an on-summon extender from the extra. Now, one thing as well to point out is that it's Pendulum rules. I always, every time I see a Pendulum card, I have to like report on this. But yes, Master Rule does exist. So if you summon a Pendulum from your extra deck, it needs to go to a zone a Link Monster points to, or EMZ, right? So don't forget that. That is like important. So you might find that this might be dead sometimes. You can't special while you control that face-up monster except Pendulum monsters. Huh. That's weird. So you bring back a guy from your extra deck and it locks you into penned monsters. So you can't link it off for like other cards. That's a bit shitty, I'm not gonna lie. This card is in your grave. Banish 2 other Fusion Synchro Xyz or pens from your grave and special summon it. You can only use it once per turn. So you summon a guy back and then you're locked into pit. What are you supposed to make? Nirvana High Paladin? What level is Nirvana? Is he 10? Synchro Universe Zark? Make Verte? A Synchro Pendulum? Okay, so the extender effect is really good. Don't get me wrong. Well, the self-extending play, not the on-summon effect. I don't think this is very good. Unless there's some wacky combos involved with this that I'm not, you know, intelligent enough to know. But it does bring back a high-level monster, any face-up Pendulum. So if you bring back something like Astrograph Sorcerer, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can just make Zolkin, for example, right? No, you can't, because Zolkin isn't a pen monster. I'm literally yapping. I don't know what this does. Let's read the comments. I mean, it's all right. Yeah, great summary. Still waiting on the Broken Splashable Pro tag combination with equivalents of Dragoon and DP for the anime not named DM and GX. Like, where is the easily cheatably outed to Stardust RDA Blackwing Dragon in synchro form with a dumb effect? Is this an anime card, or is he just custom yapping? No one asked! Oh, okay. I dream of seeing Pendulum-related cards that don't just have special summons. What do you want them to do, then? It's crazy how building a board is not a problem regardless of the Pendulum deck, but we need good end boards. End boards is not the problem with Pendulum, sir. So I can't believe this is the second most upvoted comment here. But the problem with Pendulum is not the end boards. Pendulums are very good at end boards. It's the consistency to get there and actually starting your plays and going second. That is the problem with Pendulum. It is not the end boards. Because if you let Pendulum make an end board, many decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Are not beating it without some hard board breakers and multiples. So I don't know what you are yapping about. Real, 2-mat Apollosa and Zark isn't cutting it. You know you're down bad in Yu-Gi-Oh! And like a Zark and like 2 negates is like considered a weak end board. Like where have we fallen, you know? Imagine like looking at this shit like 5 years ago. Actually, 5 years ago, we still had better end boards, probably. POV Snake Eyes Poplar and Snake Eye Flamberge, feel free to use all 3 of our effects in one turn without restriction. POV Odd Eye Soul Blaze Dragon. Hey man, you can only use 1 of my 2 effects. I didn't even notice. Is it 1 effect per turn? Oh my god, that's so dog shit. I didn't even notice. It's 1 effect per turn. That's terrible. If only use 1 of my effects as pendulums while that card is summoned off from my effect is on the field, it's not that bad. It's actually unplayable. This is so sad. This card is trying so hard to be good. Best description, honestly. It's trying so hard to be good. It's annoying how they only allow you to activate 1 effect per turn. Like, why? What's the point of summoning him back then? If not to activate his first effect again next turn. And always find the same problem with Performage, Lady Ange, and Gentrude. It's not like they're going to be broken if you allow them to activate both effects per turn. Yeah. Yeah. Pendulum, it's just too fair. It's weird to say that Pendulum is just too fair. But it's because they don't want to make that mistake again. Being able to pen summon like a bunch of guys every turn is ridiculous. They're basically just redesigning Pendulum to be a deck that doesn't really play like a Pendulum deck at all. Nowhere close to historically or anything. And a good example of that is like the design directions of things like Nermelia. Volmonica also doesn't really feel like it plays like a pen deck either, even though it has scales and stuff, right? Like they just don't want you to play it like it ever did, you know, which is sad. Anyway, new Battle Wasps. Which, there's 2 new Synchros, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the problem with Battle Wasps was never their extra deck, because they have a decent amount of good tools there. So let's see how good the main deck dudes are. Maybe I should read them first. Let's go with this new monster here. It's a Battle Wasp of Rapier the Furious, I guess is the French sword. 1900 attack, level 5 wind. You can only use first and second effect once per turn. If you control no face-up monsters other than insects, discard 1 other, and place a Battle Wasp Wind from your deck face-up in your spell and trap zone. That's this new thing here.
Brazil!
Among Us.
Souls, thank you for the prime. If you control no face-up monsters other than insects, discard this and another insect. -1 ass card. Place 1 from your deck in your face-up and spell she'll summon this, or you can't spell extra for the rest of this turn. Oh, it special summons itself. I guess that's kind of cool. And special summon this card. Okay. -1, but it gets you whatever this is, and I assume this is going to be... Oh, it's actually him on the artwork. That's funny. You cannot special from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except insects. Yeah, so I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say that this is bad. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that this is bad. It's +0. Well, yeah, I didn't read the rest of the card saying it summons itself back. Locking yourself just into insects for the entire turn. These have to be good end board pieces to justify that. Alright, let's read Wind. Continuous spell, so it places this face up. You can activate 1 card with its name per turn. Up to twice per turn. If a Battle Wasp is normal or special, target one of them and add a Battle Wasp with a lower attack from your deck to your hand. I see why everyone was saying Simoon and Blackwings. This is literally just Whirlwind, but better. Because it triggers on special summons. That's really sick, by the way. Like, this is, like, actually a sick card. Is it twice per turn per name? You can only activate 1 card with this name. Is placing the same as activating? Chat, if I activate 1 wind and then use Rapier to place a second, does that work? Does that mean I can potentially get 4 searches in a turn? Placing is still activating? That would be kind of nuts. Alright, that's unfortunate. It's still a really sick card, by the way. You can bounce it and activate it again? No, you can't. You can only activate 1 card with... Reading! 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 Placing does not equal activating. I think it works. You can still place under anti-spell. Chat, are we, like, we actually, like, does anyone know the answer to it? Because it's kind of important. Like, the difference between 2 and 4. Does anyone actually have the ruling here? I don't think placing is activating. Placing doesn't mean activate. You can place it. Okay. Place and activate are different things. So you can get 4 searches. I don't think it's any less sick if you only get 2, but I'm pretty certain, like, that's still relevant. You can get 4 searches. All right, let's just... Okay, we actually have a good judge here. All right, Pasm. Wee woo wee woo. All right, we've noted. We have a world judge here, chat. We're taking his for here. As confirmation. Okay, so you can activate 1 from your hand and then place 1 with Rapier, and then you get 4 searches for Battle Wasps. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna level with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're searching Battle Wasps. Okay, so temper your expectations. Right? So temper your expectations. Pin is insane though. Pin is crazy. Anti-Battle Wasp with lower attack. It's very good, don't get me wrong. I haven't even read the second effect yet. Sorry.
Battle Wasp Pop, let's go.
Thank you, Dragonborn. You can once per turn target an insect you control that has a level. If you use it as a synchro material, treat it as a tuner. This is all well and cool, but I'm just worried that the insect lock makes this bad. Armament Swarm is a normal spell you can only activate with the name once per turn. Can't spell the rest of the turn active this resolves except insects, which I guess is fine since you're just locked into insect with everything. Special insect with 1,000 or less attack from your hand or deck. And if you do special summon it from the deck, then send a monster you control to the graveyard. Send a monster you control. I was trying to think of like some synergies with like Insector for a moment. That's not too bad. It's an E-Telly foolish... It's it's Tier Limit Grief, actually. I just realized the synergy. It's literally Tier Limit Grief. Except Tier Limit Grief has no restriction. Weird. All right, Resonance Insect is a good target. That's fair. If a face-up Synchro monster is destroyed with battle card fight with this grave, banish this and add a Summoning Swarm from deck to your hand. Summoning Swarm? Is that like an old... What is Summoning Swarm? Old-ass card? 2019. Old card. Bro, I'm sitting here like looking at 2014 cards thinking they're modern, and you people are saying 2019 cards are old. Like, that is insane. Dude, I need to like quit this game and go become like a whiskey taster or something. I need like I'm an actual prehistoric gamer, dude. That's insane. You guys called this old. Oh, I'm having a midlife crisis in the middle of stream, dude. No, I'm having an existential fucking meltdown right now. Why would you do this to me? Target a level 4 or lower Battle Wasp in your grave up to number of monsters your opponent controls and special summon them. Oh, that's pretty insane. It's a reborn based on your... It's a reborn Cyber Dragon summoning condition. That's a really weird way to describe that, but I'm technically right. Do not at me. You can only activate 1 card per turn with this. Can't special turn except insects. Okay. Anyway, let's finally read the boss monsters. Sashi the Ritual Bull, level 6, and a 12, Grand Partisan the Revolution. Communist deck, dude. Insect, tuner, or non-trigonal, the third effect once per turn. This is Synchro Summon, treat it as a tuner. Return a continuous spell you control to the hand. That's crazy. Oh, that is insane. You can place the wind, get 2 searches, bounce it, then reactivate it. That is so fucked. And then normal summon again. That is actually nuts. If this is sent to the grave as a synchro material, inflict 100 to your opponent for each of your banished battle. Okay, of course, like, you know, we need a time win condition. That's crazy, by the way. That's genuinely crazy. My issue is, again, the insect lock, so I don't know how bad the end boards are going to look. Grand the Partisan, level 12 generic monster, by the way. 30-20. Can only use the third effect once per turn. Can be destroyed by card effects. Insects gain 200 for each of your banished insects. This card becomes banished, special summon it, then destroy cards you put up to number of your banished insects and inflict 500 to your opponent for each card destroyed with this effect. That's pretty crazy, actually. Like, you can, like, link him off. Like, going second, you can, like, make this, link it off, banish it with things like the B-Trooper link to, with Doomdozer, with Gram, the Block Dragon insect, and then it just comes back and pops everything. Like, that's pretty crazy. Like, this is nuts. Like, overall, this is, like, they all are, like, really good cards, I feel. They're strong, but they're not, like, busted. Do you know what I mean? Like, Whirlwind on crack is good, but Whirlwind isn't that good anymore. Weird. I mean, it's fine, but, you know. Armament Swarm. This card is, like, Tier Limit Grief, which is the worst Tier Limit card. Except this also has restrictions. So it's the worst tier card, And it has restrictions, and it locks you into insects. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, and that's the worst tier card. Do you see the power gap between the design of this deck and other deck? Like, do you know what I mean? So all of these are fine. They're good, but they're not like meta warping, which, you know, it's fine if a deck isn't supposed to be. Bro, pin exists, minus 200. What? How many life points do you think exist in Yu-Gi-Oh? You guys keep saying like minus 2. So what format are you guys playing? Are you guys playing one life point Yu-Gi-Oh? Like what? You keep saying minus 200 as if this is like the craziest effect in the game. 40 turn clock here, dude. 200 less than before. They finally did it. Insects now have a consistent engine that generates you value thanks to Rapier and Wind instead of having to rely on hard drawing like 3 extenders to do anything. Don't forget the insect lock though. That's really important. Shinji has its own Black Whirlwind now. Fitting since he was besties with Arc v Crow and this deck is always just Black Wings but bugs. Unironically gave insects a Black Whirlwind and they gave nearly every insect a way to trigger Resonance for free. Yo, listen, if they ever do anything to insects, they're banning Resonance, which, you know, that'll be... They will pry that card from my cold, dead hands after they get rid of Beatrice, obviously. These are really good, but they still refuse to make a good insect boss monster. That's the problem. They're missing a guy. Like a dude to end on. They're missing an insect DPE. They're missing an insect Dragoon. An insect Baron. You know what I mean? Like, that's... the only thing this deck is missing is just a dude, you know? So close, but almost there. Bear Grum? That's not a guy you just end on. Alright, finally, Atlanteans. Ooh, water. Ultimate Dragon of Pride and Soul. I think this is just like another one of... Can we, like, stop celebrating the 25th quarter century? Like, is it... I feel like it's been the quarter century celebration of Yu-Gi-Oh! For, like, 4 years at this point. So it's a level 10 Dark Dragon Fusion. 3 monsters with... Let's see, count how many times? 25, chat. 3 monsters with 25 original attack. Fusion summon card can be destroyed by a card effect. Your opponent can't target this fusion summon card with card effects. So it's really sticky. While you have 25 or more cards in your graveyard, this fusion summon card gains 45. I don't know why they made it gain 45, by the way. Why did it gain 45? Once per turn, if your opponent has 25 or more cards in the graveyard, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Yep. Okay, so, you get it? Guys, do you get it? Haha. Do you get it? Do you get it? Pepe La, Kek W? Yep, that's it. That's the joke. Puppet Shark style. Woppa Gundam style. Why did I say that? I hate myself. Normal trap card. Oh, it's an actual Gimmick Puppet card. Detach a material from a monster on the field. And if you do, excavate the top 4 of your deck and choose one. And can I just stop reading this, by the way? It's a trap card in a deck that's designed to FTK. Like, can I just, like, do I just need to, like, look at the color of this card? Do we just need to do some casual racism? Like, why are we even reading this? It's purple, it's bad, right? Pink, whatever you want to call it. Attach 1, excavate 4, choose 1, and then apply its effects based on its type and place the rest on the bottom. Monster spell, add it to your trap, set it. It can be activated this turn. Oh, that's crazy. That's any trap card. Not just Gimmick Puppet cards. It detaches from any monster, by the way, which is funny. Why 4? Why does it excavate 4? Is it me, like, you know how, like, everyone doesn't, you know how people don't, like, put their TV volume at anything except multiples of 5? If you put your TV volume to, like, 24, for example, you're actually, like, you need medical attention, right? There's something wrong with you. So why 4? Like, why didn't it just excavate 5? Quattro 4? Because the guy who plays it is called Quattro. That's crazy. Okay. Anyway, I don't know why you play this, chat. Why do you play this? Is this good? Like, I feel like this is just not how Gimmick Puppet plays. Like, it's just too slow, no? Alright, let's check out some good cards, baby! Water time! Mermails and Atlanteans. A new Mermail monster, a new Atlantean, a new Xe, and a new Link, and a new spell. If this don't make Mermail good, then 07 to the water boys. Mermail Shadow Bodyguards. Level 3 Water Sea Serpent. This is always treated as an Atlantean. Oh, it's both. That's crazy. They just gave up on the fact that they're different decks. That's really funny, Konami. This card is always treated as Atlantean. Discard a card to the grave. Cost. The levels of all waters you control become 7. Wow, that's pretty nice. Just makes everything Gaios. If this card is sent to the grave to activate a water monster's effect, special level 4 Lower Atlantean or Mermail from your deck. That is fucked. Dude, that is fucked. Except bodyguards. And you can't special the extract for this turn except waters. Oh. Never mind. It's not good. I mean, it's fine. Waterlock is... Is there enough boss monsters that are water to end on? Jenging's water. Gaios. Bahamut Shark. Toad. That's a good amount of water boss monsters, I suppose. Zelantis. Aegarin. So, might not be that bad of a lock. Dragite. It's probably fine. You know what? It's probably, like, for the best that it locks to water. You can't complain too much. This is fine. This is, like, you know what? Just ignore the water restriction. It's still a... Is this circular? Wait, hold on. Is this base? No, it's not really a one-card combo. Discard one card to the grave at all levels. If this card is sent to the grave to activate, you can discard one... It just reads really weird. It's not a one-card card. You can't just discard itself, right? You have to combo it with something. Okay. That would be funny. That'd be funny. No, it would. That'd be broken. Abyss Shrine, the Atlantean Spirit. This card's always treated as a mermail. You contribute this from your hand... Sorry, what? You contribute this card from your hand and one Atlantean or Mermail from your hand or field. Take a level 7 fish, sea serpent, or aqua from your deck, add it or special it. Sorry, what? This is a hand lone fire blossom for any water in the game, basically. That is... This is absolutely correct. Also, can I just say something? Yeah. You can't special from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except waters. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, banish this and discard a card, cost draw 1. That's so good. If you can, like, I'm sure there's probably a way to just end on a searched marksman or infantry. Probably infantry, ideally. And then you can just, like, at any point, just Dryden your opponent and draw a card. If you end with this in your grave. I mean, I don't even know how busted this is, because this is just a database card. Any level 7 fish, sea serpent, or aqua from your deck, add it or special. Any level set. Like, that is... There's probably does some absolutely busted shenanigans. Who knows what this even ends on. This plus Shadow Guards... You draw these two together, it probably just, like, you know, pays off your student loan, sends you to, like, Brazil or something. I thought Silasanth was 8. This summons Silasanth? That's absurd. Ashtira Ogre? Now you're speaking my language, dude! Yes! Summon Kashtira Ogre. That's what we're trying to do, baby! Let's fucking go! Ogre's a psychic? Oh. Damn. He's water, you know, I'm sure there's some synergy there. Unlucky. Anyway, here's Poseidra, which is a bit shit because it requires 3 level 7 monsters. So I'm just going to hazard a guess that you cheat this out. You cheat this out. You summon this by ranking up something. I just, right? Yeah, because 3 level 7s is dog shit. Once per turn, you can also exceed this by using 1 Atlantean or Mermail oh god. Any Atlantean or Mermail exceed? What Atlantean Xyz are there? Is there any Atlantean Xyz? There's Gaios and what else? He's a Mermail. Oh yeah, there's Trite. Yeah, but Trite is like 3 level 3s. So you have to go like Bahamut Shark, summon Trite, but you would definitely not do that because that's garbage. You would rather summon Toad with Bahamut. So you probably summon this with Gaios, which probably isn't hard to do because this idiot makes everything level 7. Once per turn, detach 2 from this and send a water from your hand or deck to the graveyard cost. Jesus, just send Dragoons. Return up to 3 cards you put controls to the hand. Jesus, dude, that's insane. Bro, if they have like 3 back row, if they have like 4 back row, you can like bounce 3 and pop 1 if you send Marksman. Or you can send Dragoon and get a search. Or you can send Infantry and pop a monster and bounce 3. Like, holy dude, this is actually just crazy. If this Xyz summon card is sent to the grave, discard a card, grave, cost, special, 3 level 4 from your hand or grave. Oh my god. Just reborn when it floats. Just sent to the graveyard. That is so broken. You can just like Summon this, break a board, link it off, bring everything back, keep playing. This is actually nuts. It's not from deck. Relax. It's hand or graveyard, but that's still crazy. Holy shit. Is Mermail good? Dude, there's no way. Is Mermail good? Why not just make Zeus? Because you need to go to your battle phase. You can summon this and then kill your opponent. It's not once per turn! Actually, just... Bro, imagine we go from fire format to water format. Imagine. Imagine we go from fire to water. That's just crazy. This is one of the best boss monsters ever made. Holy shit. Neptibus, the Royal Mermail. Alright, this guy's Link 3, which could be bad. But, I mean, listen, if you're going from this idiot up into this, like, my god. 2+ monsters, including a fish, sea serpent, or aqua. Weird. That's probably really difficult to do in Mermail. Clueless. Your opponent can target waters this points to with card effects. You can release your following once per turn. If a water is sent to the grave to activate a card effect, take one Abyss equip spell from deck or grave and add it or equip it. Okay, so you just play one of the shitty equips to just get like a free monster, trap, or spell negate, which is good. Owner's possession is destroyed by opponent's card. Add an Atlantean or Mermail. This guy's like not that good, but it does just search you and negate, and it offers protection, and you just climb into it with this, and this guy just summons back, you know, the fucking zoo. Sorry, the aquarium, technically. Sprite Elf for water? I mean, where's the Graveyard Revival? Is that once per turn? That's not once per turn. Oh no, they put the once per turn before it. Could we please standardize Yu-Gi-Oh text? You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. It's still pretty good, I suppose. I mean, you will play it just because it links this, and then this triggers, and then, you know, you get a free negate off of it, so... Wow, okay, we haven't even got to the... Wait, hold on. An Abyss... Oh my god, it searches this. This thing is probably crazy. I mean, I'm sure you don't want to play some of the old dog shit, like, equip spells. So, I'm sure this does, like, crazy stuff. Special an Atlantean or Mermail from hand or grave, and if you do equip it with this... Cool, so they just have a reborn. If they come also with a straw battle card effect, send this instead. Banish this from a given target up to 3 fish, sea serpent, and or aquas in your grave, and or banishment. Shuffle them into the deck. It doesn't give you a draw. You can only use the effect once per turn. This is fine. I don't know if you play this in multiples. Because it's just like, it's just a reborn. Which I know sounds crazy, but I mean, just look at the meta, right? How many decks play Monster Reborn, right? Like, not a lot. It cycles. Cycles Dragoon. Get monster with destroy send this. You can banish this target. Shuffle them into that. What do you mean cycles Dragoon? I mean, recycles, sure, but sure. Yeah, it's funny, like, this is like the... this is like the worst card, and it's like still good. You know? Holy man, shout out to Poseidra. That's absolutely nuts. Well, people will finally get their Atlantean support. Never liked this deck, but someone will be happy. Even with the new support, they're still meh at best. Huh! Mid-take, there's a bunch of good water stuff. Water good stuff will come true. This is the thing. I don't even know if you even play, like, Mermails and Atlanteans. I think you just play this, Dragoon, and, like, I don't know, just fit, like, there's a couple of decent, like, Ice Jade stuff that you can, like, fit in here, and then you probably just make a crazy end board of, like, Royal, Agarin, Dragite, Chenging is an option, you got Toad, like, there's just so many crazy combos that is probably going to be possible with this shit, dude. That's a 1.5 card Sealasanth. If that doesn't break it, we are just dumb. Holy water support, let's go. The Xyz looks bonkers. The Link 3 protection also reads insane. The Xyz isn't once per turn, by the way. Can't wait to see the YouTuber reaction videos to this. It must have been years since this deck type has gotten support. Yeah, and it's absolutely bazinga. Alright, cool. That is it. That is all of the new cards. Shoutouts to Water, just suddenly, randomly getting to be the best deck ever made again. Yeah, wow. Battle Wasps were actually pretty decent. They're not exactly top tier, but I legitimately think the Mermail stuff actually has potential to be top tier. And apparently they're also getting a new card. There's one more missing. Oh, apparently it literally just dropped right now as, like, I read through this. Literally emergency meeting. We just right now got a new card. Turmoil of Sea and Flames is a normal spell. Discard a water to the grave and target a face monster your opponent controls. Destroy it. Destroy a fire in your hand and then draw a card. Huh. I'm telling, well, dude, we're just gonna go full circle, right? We've had fire format for like a year. Next year, we're just gonna have like water format, and then 2027, trust me, it's gonna be fire water again, but like both decks, you know. So yeah, if your opponent controls a monster, you can banish this from your grave. Target level 7 or 8 water or fire. Special summon it. Oof, that's really good. Do you know what I like about this? Do you know what I like about this? Obviously, you can trigger like Dragoons or Marksmen or Infantry in your hand, and then you get to like pop 2 cards or pop 1 card and search a card. But this is a clause that I hope that we get more of going forward with any kind of support. If only your opponent controls a monster, or something along the lines of if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, it just has a bonus of it. It just has a free effect. I absolutely coom over this. We need more of this shit right now. Just more cards that say something like this that just have a really good first effect, but just do even more if your opponent has more monsters than you. Just to make going second better. Like, we need that. We actually really need that. Just like free, literal just free card effect for no reason. Alright, so Year of the Water, I'm calling it, dude. That Mermail deck looks cracked. That's your new cards. Peace out.